Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to start collecting Conquest at First Blood, and today we're going to take a look at the Wadrhun faction taster box set and see how we can use it to start our First Blood army of the Wadrhun. Now, we're going to look at all the models inside this box set, talk a little bit about how they can be built and what the units do on the tabletop, before looking at some other units we can use to expand upon this initial purchase. We'll then finish off the video with a little sample army list for you to use as some inspiration for starting your own Conquest First Blood army for the Wadrhun. Now, to start off with, in this box set we get a character, and that is called a Predator. 5 wounds, 5 attacks with Clash 3 and Resolve 4 and Defense 3 gives us a nice solid combat unit. He's got the massive frame rule, which a ton of Wadrhun do, where enemy models cannot attack through a model with a special rule. In addition, models with this special rule reroll failed morale tests of a 6. And then we've got Fiend Hunter as one of our abilities, where we can reroll all failed hit rolls against monsters, brutes and cavalry. Now, he's got the Barrage range 15 range shot with armor piercing 1 and deadly shot, meaning each time a 6 is rolled on the defense roll, he does 2 wounds instead of 1 to the enemy. He's got a couple of different command abilities where if he bleeds we can kill it, if target an enemy brute, cavalry or monster regiment becomes marked, and when a friendly regiment inflicts wounds on a marked enemy regiment, that enemy regiment takes their resolve test with a -1 to their resolve characteristic. His other command is the Way of the Hunt, with target friendly infantry gains +2 march until the regiment's next activation. So some nice movement and some nice sort of debuffing abilities for him. He's a really nice, solid, versatile hero to bring to your force that also provides a nice little bit of shooting with his cool looking crossbow. Now, to join this model, first of all, we have the Blooded Braves box set. Now, Braves are the cheaper option, and for me, I really do dig them. I think they add a lot to the army and give us something we don't have a lot of other options to in Wadrhun, and that's a really defensive unit. They have shields, so they get nice defense 3 instead of 2 when they're fighting in that front arc. The massive frame rule there as well really stops your enemies being able to pile in through attacks on them. But they've also got still Clash 2 with an attack and 2 wounds and Resolve 2. They're a pretty decent unit. Now, Blooded are 40 points more expensive. You drop your shields, but you do gain an extra attack, and that's pretty much where this ends. You've got the option for an Aberration as one of your officers for the unit, which can be really fun to bring in, but all in all, it's really, do you want extra attacks on your Blooded, or do you want that nice little extra defense, which I really like the Braves defense. I think it offers something Wadrhun don't have elsewhere. The other unit is the options for the 2 shooting units. The first of them is Slingers, and they're probably my preferred of the 2 units. Barrage 2, range 15 inch, and the Torrential Fire rule is really cool, where each successful hit this regiment inflicts generates an automatic additional ranged attack, and these additional attacks cannot, however, generate further rolls, but it's going to really start to work up a nice bit of shooting. The other option you go to, which is the other shooting option, is the Hunters. Now, they're going to be throwing their spears. They've only got a Barrage 1 and 12-inch range, but they do have armor piercing and deadly shot on them. So they're generally going to have a little bit higher quality attacks, but not going to be packing out as much as the Slingers. If we're looking at where we can go next, though, first of all, we're playing Wadrhun, so let's talk about the Dinosaurs. And the first of these are the Raptor Riders, who are a light cavalry unit option. They've got Cleave 1, and they've got a nice little Javelin attack at Barrage 2, range 8 inch with armor piercing. It's a pretty cool unit all around. 5 attacks, Clash 3, 4 wounds, Resolve 3, Defense 2, and also Movement 8 with Evasiveness 2 as well. They can be a really nice unit. Sometimes a little bit fragile for a cavalry unit, but if you make sure you're picking your targets right, you shouldn't have any issues with your Raptor Riders. Now, speaking of something that is certainly not fragile, is the Apex Predator, the giant T-Rex. I mean, this is the reason you're playing Wadrhun. Make no mistake. 10 attacks, 18 wounds, Resolve 4, Cleave 2, Deadly Blades as well on it, which is insane. When an enemy character or regiment makes a defense roll caused by a model with a special rule, you inflict 2 wounds instead of 1 for each 6 rolled for your enemy. Unstoppable, Fiend Hunter, Brutal Impact 2, Terrifying 2, Fearless. He's got the icon of Conquest, where this model is in range of an objective. It counts as claiming the objective. Regardless, it just claims them. And then Tamed Beast as well. This model does not benefit from the epidermal keratin deposit special rule of your army, though. Now, looking into a different sort of unit, we have the larger Wadrhun called the Warbred. These are a medium brute unit, cleave 2, relentless blows as well, where when this model attacks an enemy regiment part of a clash, each one causes an additional hit on the target as well, so you get a few extra hits through. 7 wounds though for a brute unit is really nice, with 5 attacks each and every model. You should be getting plenty out of your relentless blows ability as well. Now lastly, we have our smaller dinosaurs, the Hunting Pack, a light cavalry unit option. They've got the feral rule where this effectively stops them from being able to do some more, I guess, utility stuff throughout the army. But they are, you know, a nice little unit, dirt cheap at 65 points, 5 attacks, 3 wounds, clash 2. They can bring a lot to the table. They're also pretty fast with a movement of 8. And so here we have our sample army list. Obviously going with the Predator, who is going to lead our force. We had a few points spare, so we went with the Kiss of the Dinosaur artifact. Now what this one is going to do is successful defense rolls caused by this character must be rerolls. This can be pretty nice for getting through an extra little bit of damage. And then he's gone with 5 Braves. Now, we had 20 points spare. We couldn't really figure out where to put the 20 points. You could try and get, you know, another artifact on that Predator, get him a retinue or something, but you might be able to find another Brave model somewhere. I would recommend another Brave. 4 Slingers for our force, an Apex Predator because the giant T-Rex is awesome, and a Raptor Rider in there as well to get us as many dinosaurs as we can fit and make sure we get that giant big dinosaur in our force as well. If you've been playing with the Wadrhun in Conquest First Blood, or indeed in Conquest The Last Argument of Kings, love to hear how you've been going, what your favourite units are, what you're running as your armies in First Blood. Let us know down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But also, if you'd like to, drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community, here we have a Discord server for Sinful Gaming where we chat all things wargaming and indeed just chat a bunch of good friends all chatting there. It's really lovely. There's a link to that in the video's description. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, the best ways to do that are linked in the video's description as well. We have our Patreon, YouTube members on there, which are great ways to help support the channel. But also, if you'd like to grab yourself some channel merch, we have Teespring and Ko-fi, both linked there as well. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out for helping support the channel. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Alder and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Thee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Nuffs, and Nicholas Colomos. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, James South, and James Tillman. Thank you all for supporting the channel. It means the absolute world and allows us to keep doing what we're doing. A special thanks as well to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork to the channel, and indeed to everyone who helps come and film battle reports or helps run the Discord server. You're all amazing. Thank you all so much. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.